Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for being patient while I waited later in the day to make my video today. I had some things going on this morning and needed to rush and get out of the house. As many of you, I'm sure, have very busy lives, which is one of the things I want to talk about. Today, the topic is portions, and I don't necessarily mean portion size, although portion size is certainly a factor as well. I'm talking about how many portions of vegetables, how many portions of fruit. Because one of the things I found out as I started to do the 21 Day Fix, which is the clean eating program that I sell with Beachbody, was that I wasn't eating nearly enough vegetables and I wasn't eating nearly enough protein. So I was feeling more tired. I was not as regular, if you catch my drift. And I just didn't feel as good because I was eating a lot of carbs, although they were healthier carbs, they were gluten-free carbs. Some of them, yeah, but I was eating a lot of corn, which is very difficult for your body to digest. And I wasn't just eating corn necessarily, I was eating a lot of products made with corn, especially with the gluten-free. A lot of the substitute is corn. So, having said that, what I have done is begun to follow this 21 Day Fix program, and I'm going to show you a little bit here about with the 21 Day Fix, you get these little colored Tupperwares, and we call it with the 21 Day Fix counting calories rather than calories, although there is a little bit of calorie involvement. There's an equation that you figure out what your caloric target is, and then they give you the number of portions in the Tupperwares to coincide with that. Not that it's always going to be exactly that amount of calories, but what's more important nutritionally is that you're eating the right foods, not so much the number of calories necessarily. And if you're eating the right things, your caloric intake will go with it, so you won't necessarily have to worry about that. So we have in the 21 Day Fix, we have green, which as you may have figured is vegetables. We have purple, that is fruit, red, that is protein, yellow, that is carbs, blue, that is healthy fats, and then we have an orange one that is like dressings or seeds, raw sunflower seeds, raw pumpkin seeds, things like that. So this program helps you know how much of each thing to eat, and it helps you eliminate certain things, because what you're doing is you're trying to keep up with the number of, say, greens, for instance, which is stopping you from maybe eating more carbs. And yes, in this particular clean eating plan, it is not no carbs, but that yellow Tupperware is only this big, and it's 2 a day. Now, for instance, you could have one piece of toast. One piece of toast is not going to fit in this Tupperware, so you just know. If you buy the program, we give you a list and certain things. Like even for the fruit, one banana. You're not going to break it up and put it in here. It's one banana. This would be one piece of toast. It would be one of your yellows for the day. So, basically, for me, my caloric target is around 1,000 to 1,200 calories a day, which puts me into a category of 1,200 to 1,499 calories a day. And so in doing that and in making sure to get enough nutrition for the day, I have 3 servings of vegetables, approximately a cup each. I have 2 servings of fruit, and you might be thinking, gosh, that's not a lot of fruit, which is basically about 2 cups of fruit a day. And the reason for that is that there is still a lot of sugar in fruit. It's natural fruit. It's good to have it, but the more sugar you eat, the more sugar you crave, whether it's natural or artificial. It makes you crave more sugar. So if you're someone who doesn't like vegetables, but eats a lot of fruit, you probably notice that you crave sugar. And I can tell you my son is the perfect example of that. He loves, loves, loves fruit and just wants sugar all day long. So I've been trying to put more vegetables in what he's eating and a little less fruit. It's not necessarily working, but I'm at least trying. The carbs, one of the surprising things that I've learned about the carbs is it's not necessarily just breads, bagels, it's potatoes, it's rice, it's corn. Interestingly, it's basically all foods that are more difficult for your body to digest. So again, if you buy the program, we have a list of those things as well. So I eat 2 of these a day. Although what's really funny is I'm noticing that the more I get into the program and the more I track my food and the more I make sure to get my veggies and my proteins and my fruits in first, I'll get to the end of the day and realize I never even had any yellows, or I had 1 yellow, and it's not like I'm going to go after dinner and go get another one. So it's actually helped me really get myself away from those carbs. Now, in the program, they have blue, which is your healthy fats. Your healthy fats are things like avocados, hummus. Those are the main healthy fats that I tend to use. Another thing would be nuts, raw nuts. And so those are your healthy fats. So what you're looking at servings wise, I told you 3 vegetable servings, about a cup. Purple is fruit, 2 servings of fruit a day. Proteins, 4 servings of protein a day. Now, if you're drinking Shakeology like I do, that's one of them. So in the morning, I make my Shakeology. I get a protein, although Shakeology is much, much more than a protein drink. But it does count as a protein for the day. I add a banana to it, which is a fruit, and then I also add spinach to it. Spinach and sometimes kale, or sometimes a mix of both. And that way I get a veggie serving in, and you don't even taste it. In Shakeology, you taste the Shakeology, you do not taste it. So I put a cup of spinach or kale, or a combination of both, in my Shakeology, and I get that out of the way right away. Those proteins, that's the one that really, I'll go through the day and all I'll have is dinner left and go, oh no, I've only had 2 proteins. I need another protein. So yogurt, sometimes I will then maybe have a yogurt for dessert. And I always put cinnamon in my yogurt. Cinnamon's a great antioxidant. It is way high on the antioxidant list. It might even be the top, although I'm not sure. So I'll put about a teaspoon of cinnamon in my yogurt. If I haven't used an orange, I'll put sunflower seeds and pumpkin seeds. Whereas I used to put a sugary granola in it, now I'm just putting raw seeds in it to get that protein. And then, your healthy fat, I usually have hummus with veggies like, cut up cucumbers or snap peas or celery, something like that during the day. And that satisfies one of my veggie servings and a healthy fat serving, which there should be 1 serving of healthy fats a day. And then lastly, drink my water and keep track of my water. I hope you're drinking your water. I hope you're thinking about your water. It makes such a huge, 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 huge difference. Drink your water. I know there are people out there going, yeah, but I don't like water. Well, I can tell you, I hated water. I never, ever, ever drank water. And I have learned that with all of these healthy foods, the more you convince yourself to try a little bit at a time and you stick with it, the more you get used to it, the more your body craves it, the more you begin to like it. So, little things. So I hope that you are spending a little time in your faith. I had a Bible study this morning and it was wonderful. And one of the messages was that God loves you no matter what. He will never, ever give up on you. And I hope that you know that, and I hope that you won't give up on yourself. Because if God's not going to give up on you, there is certainly no reason you should. And I hope that you are writing down your food and that you start paying attention to your number of portions. And I hope that you are spending a little bit of time moving around, doing some exercise, go for a walk. If you want exercise programs, talk to me. Beachbody has fantastic fitness programs. And I hope you spend a little time with family and friends. Have a great day. I'll talk to you tomorrow.